Careful, you might end up liking something that I like if you watch this video. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I meant to film yesterday, and that was completely off the table, bright and early in the morning, and normally it wouldn't be bright because it was 5 a.m., but this time of year, it is still quite bright at 5 a.m. But I got woken up to that very familiar sound. If you are a cat owner, you know the sound. It's the one that will make you jump out of bed from no matter how deep your sleep is. And Penny was, for whatever reason, right next to my head doing it. And so shot up like a shot, but unfortunately it was too late. And we guys didn't all over the bed. So I bundled the blanket up in a big ball and I tried to go back to sleep, and then she did it again. Almost all over my Switch, all over some books, and I don't know. It's not like a concerning amount or anything like that. It was literally probably just her, I don't know, tummy being like, I need more food, and she stresses herself out or something like that. Either way, she is completely fine. She did not throw up again last night. This was the night before. And of course, I could not get back to sleep. It wouldn't normally be so bad. 5 a.m. isn't a terrible time to wake up. However, I didn't fall asleep till about 2. So, that being said, I was basically a zombie all day yesterday, and I knew that I had physical therapy, and I had to get to the laundromat to get things clean, and then I had to get down to Fish Creek Park to get set up for our evening with my little girl. My friend Amber was in town. I wanted to get the bear den out and all of that stuff, and it was just, the whole entire day was a bit of a blur, and needless to say, nothing got filmed yesterday. So, got a bit of a better sleep last night. By a bit of a better sleep, I mean a tremendously better amount of sleep. And there's lots of stuff to get done here. The Montana trip is coming up. It is looming on my mind. Looming makes it sound like I'm dreading it. Not at all, but it's there, and I'm looking at the forecast, and it is going to be so hot out there. For those that don't know, I do have the EcoFlow Wave 2 air conditioner. However, I've got some missing parts, regrettably. And I've reached out to Conrad at Craze Outdoors to see if they can hook me up with some of the accessories that might make it work efficiently. So got that in the works. That's not going to be in this video or anything like that, just sort of talking out loud so I can remind myself that those are the irons that I currently have in a fire. Speaking of stuff that gets hot, it's a horrible segue, but at my Patreon meetup there, we had a table there that became a swap table, so everybody who had things in their vans or vehicles or whatever that they wanted to get rid of, we put on the table, and anybody who would want to think they know what a swap table is. Why am I over explaining it? The thing is what was left on the swap table was one of these. So this will be relevant to people wondering about internet and all of that stuff when you're living in your van. This is a MiFi point. Right, so it's just a little box that you put a SIM card into, and if I press this button, the screen lights up. The screen is a touch screen, and there you go, right? So the reason I grabbed this one, because I do already have one, which is right here, is this one actually had on the back 5G. Now with mine, which I've got obviously up here in Canada land, I have a SIM card through P.O.S, which is a mobility provider up here and whatnot. I put the SIM card in there. I actually got the MiFi point at Rogers. But these things are unlocked, which is great. So my P.O.S SIM card worked just fine, and this is how I give myself a Wi-Fi hotspot in my van, right? Is hotspot the right word? Yeah, I guess so. Because it's not, like when you hotspot to your phone, that is a different thing. That's what's happening here. This is essentially becoming a router where you can have multiple devices connected, which is very cool. And it was working fine and dandy and all that, but I never really got that great of speeds out of it, and I only ever saw LTE Plus on its screen. So I thought, I'll give this a shot and I'll put my SIM card in there. So I did that yesterday, and when I went to remove my SIM card from this one, I noticed that the back plate was sort of bulging out, and then when I got it open, sure enough, the lithium battery inside is swelling, and we got a huge bulge happening in this battery. So that's a little scary. Nothing is ever like completely bad happened to me when it comes to batteries, but it was a little unnerving. So anyways, we will be disposing of that battery, toot sweet, as they say. And I'm happy to report that this one by, I don't know, Orbic, that's not a brand I've ever heard up here in Canada. This was, I think, dropped off by one of my American supporters. So whoever this was that threw this on the table, thank you very much. Lucky now has very fast speeds coming from her MiFi point, which is great. So this is just an alternative to the obvious that we always all talk about, which is Starlink. My hat's getting caught on my curtain rail. That's maybe a future endeavor for me, but for now this works just fine, especially when I'm running around in a city. One thing that I've noticed about these little boxes though is that they have their internal battery, right? and they come with a USB-C cable that you can charge with, and they usually have, well, we can just plug that into a regular USB outlet, or you can plug it into a brick and then plug it into like the wall. I don't think that they are intended to constantly be plugged in, and I think that might be why that battery ended up swelling on the old model. Problem is, the battery sucks and these things die so fast, especially when you have multiple devices connected to them, at least in my experience. So I think the intention with these is for them to be turned off when you're not actively using them, and then you just power them up when you do need access to that Wi-Fi point. That's not exactly ideal, because I come and go from the van and things are moving around all the time. When you want to get online, you want to get online now, and these things take forever to boot up when they are powered down. So I was just in the habit of, I just had the USB cable constantly plugged in to the other one, and it keeps it charged up, right? And I just got it plugged into the little cigarette lighter over here, unlike you running off the house battery. So I'm going to keep doing that because I don't want to turn it on and off, and we'll see if the battery in this new device does in fact swell. Sounds scarier than it is, but I'm uploading a video right now, which is going a lot faster because of that new Wi-Fi point. And Penny is back here on her cooling blanket, enjoying the morning. Hello, Penny. Yes, hello, darling. How are you? Oh, big stretches, big stretches. She's doing fine. And she's been eating like a champ, so I think it was just regular old cat pukes. You just getting to that age? I'll tell you this. Your sister Stella at least had the courtesy to go on the floor when she had to blech. Could you maybe put that into practice next time? Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. Oh, and laundry is just such a constant thing with me. I've got a full bag of laundry to do still. I got laundry up here on my driver's seat I need to put in there. This time of year, for people like me that run hot, I mean, I know I'm in Canada, so it's not as crazy high temperatures as some of you can get down in like the southern United States and other parts of the world, but it is hot for me, and it's just summer can just suck it. Like no matter what I do, no matter how much water I drink, I just go walking around outside and I just sweat, and it's just, ugh. So there's a lot more laundry that needs to get done this time of year. I don't know if I'm gonna get over there today. So I was originally supposed to go down to the Calgary Stampede Parade this morning with my parents. At the times of filming this, they are in town currently, staying with my aunt and uncle. But they had an early morning yesterday as well, and they decided to opt out of that. So we all just agreed, screw it, we won't go to the Stampede this year. Put a pin in it, future Matthew problem. That is not a future Matthew problem that I can guarantee will get solved. I used to go to the Stampede all the time as a little boy, especially with my grandparents. I have some pretty fond memories of doing that. But the thing is, it gets so busy, you really gotta get down there like 2 to 3 hours in advance to get yourself a nice spot so you can actually watch the parade. And then as far as I know, the parade's like half an hour long. It ain't that long of a time. So I would love to take Brooklyn down there, of course, one year. I just don't think she's quite at the age where she could just hang out on a curb with her dad in a camping chair for 2 to 3 hours. Waiting for the colorful shit to start going by. That's not happening today. Neither is that laundry. That'll probably be a tomorrow thing. The reason I'm rambling on about that parade kerfuffle is because I actually had rescheduled my physical therapy for later this afternoon, and then when we canceled going to the parade, I didn't reschedule, so I will have to be going to physical therapy in about 3.5 hours, which is sounds like a lot of time. Just been hanging out in the hotel Walmart parking lot this morning, doing some editing, getting our day slowly started. But now it's starting to get very hot. The sun is just beating down from a completely cloudless sky, which is gorgeous and very nice to see. Although, as you saw at the beginning of the video, rolling in here last night, there was some awesome lightning and thunder happening, and that very quickly turned into an incredible hailstorm. I actually didn't even check to see if there was any damage anywhere. I don't think so. It was loud in here, but it lasted quite a long time for a hailstorm. I normally, with hailstorms, it's just like, you get like a minute of it baloney falling down on you, and then it passes. But that was a good like 10 to 15 minutes just right down on us. So I guess I should probably take a peek and see if like my solar panels took any splash damage. I don't think so though. The hails weren't extremely large, but yeah. I'm all over the map right now. I know, it's just, I'm trying to get back into the rhythm here. I was saying it's starting to get hot here in the cab. It's very nice in the back of the van, which is where we've been spending the morning. But we should probably move the rig so we're not an eyesore in the Walmart parking lot. Maybe try to find some shade for Lucky, because as always, we will be dropping the Irish Pirate Queen so we can go to physical therapy later this afternoon. Loving these new Skechers. Slip-in heel, spot on. All right, so, give me 1 second here. That's what happens when you yap so much. As you can see, we've got a lot of stuff to do. Still gotta get these levelers on. I wanna do the awning and the bear den and that Scotch Guard stuff and the emblem on the Jeep. This thing, I didn't realize, is a hand pump. I thought it was battery operated. So thanks for the work, Cam. Just kidding, buddy. Before we get out of here, let's get some laundry organized. I'll pop out here. Ooh, this wasn't here when I came out and did my Walmart walk earlier. Got a nice Nissan Xterra with a little pop-up trailer. Hello, sir. Welcome to the neighborhood. All right, I'm gonna take some laundry to Grace. We can check out and actually peep and see if there was any dents. No, she looks completely fine. Large snowflakes. She eats them for breakfast. And here, there. See, here's our laundry bag. Thank you, Grace, for housing the laundry bag. Get to you tomorrow, hopefully. And I'm sure Grace is a little bit more stronger when it comes to the integrity of her hood than, say, the solar panels. Maybe not, though. Let's take a quick peek here. See what's going on up there, if anything. Ah, yes, water bottle and poop bucket, as you do. The middle panel is still barely holding on with its Gorilla Tape or whatever the heck it was I used. Panels look completely fine. Yeah. No cause for concern. Just got to enjoy a very loud hailstorm. Okay, well, let's fire up and get the entire rig the heck out of here. I'm finally through all those small bottles of water and Grace. It's so nice to have that space back. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, make sure you're subscribed and you got notifications turned on so you never miss a Vanlife Plus episode. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, I'm getting into the driver's seat. I don't even have my glasses or anything. Where did I put those? Are these... Man alive. Okay, hang on. Get off the windshield blocker. Hiya. Stuff this here. Oh, I got my empty milk bottle. We could go back to the market to get a new one. Glasses. Penny, where do we put the glasses? Oh, there they are. They're on the bed right next to the Lappy Toppy. Oh, cool. That video's already done uploading. That never happens. How awesome is it to have new internet speeds? I really got to figure out a way, and it doesn't mean anybody needs to send me a solution. I appreciate each and every one of you, though. But I need like some tie solution for the curtain on that side. Because I don't think over here, well, I guess I could just do this. That's kind of okay. All right. There it is. Don't leave home without it. It's funny, it's Stampede Week here in Calgary. It just started when I'm filming this. There's so many more campers in this parking lot too. In a weird way, it's actually kind of cool to see. I know not everybody's probably living in them full time. They might just be in here literally for the Stampede, right? But the little homestead down here is getting full. All right, seat belts on. Penny, are you coming up to the dash? Or is there a roll of paper towel in the way? 'Cause where else are you gonna keep it? Hashtag Vanlife. Penny, you coming? No, you just want to sit there? Let's see what happens if I put the key in. I have a feeling you might change your mind. Oh, shush. What was that? I don't know if that thump just came through. There was like a good thump when the engine started. That was... Lucky's getting old. That is for darn sure. You still got to go down to Montana and back, sweetheart. Don't quit me now. Oh, the frickin'... I left the passenger seat swivel thing reclined. That's not what I meant to do. Hang on. Grab the thing and... Oh, perfect. Yeah, now we can see a little bit easier. Are you coming? Come on. Quit being a weirdo. Oh, you're going backwards. All right, well, whatever. All right, and away we go. I don't know where we're going. We'll figure it out, I guess, on the road. So, in terms of the seat situation, my seat in my driver's seat, the one that my butt is currently in, it's falling apart, right? And I was out a couple videos ago trying to find one at a junkyard. One of my incredible supporters over on Patreon reached out to me and sent me a generous donation. Just said, here, please get yourself a new seat and not a junkyard one. So, thank you very much to Ian. That was super kind and unnecessary of you, sir. But we did find a distributor of seats like that in Toronto, which is quite a ways away from where I am up in Canada land. But I did place that order, and it should arrive very early next week, which will end up being just in time before I got to start the the first leg of the whole Montana trip. So it's very exciting. And again, Ian, thank you very much, sir. Also looking forward to my... What the heck? Lindsay's garage door opener just tried to kill itself. Oh, I'm sorry. It just tried to unalive itself. Anyway, I'm excited for that other So Cozy window cover to come as well. I was just thinking about that because it looks funny. I only took the one cover down this morning so Penny could read her newspaper. It just kind of looks like the back of Lucky's winking at you. I still don't know where I'm going. You know what? I think it's going to get hot enough while I'm at physical therapy. I'm going to check out the mall, see if the covered parkade has space. That's a hell of a camera angle. What did I even do? Oh, shoot. Need to pay attention. Don't want to cause an accident. Ever. But yeah, that's what we're going to try right now. And then maybe after physical therapy, we'll come back, get the whole rig. That seems like that's excessive. That's so excessive. The daily shuffle, right? Like, this is where I've parked before in this parkade, which is quite nice because a lot of it is shaded. There's not too many people here. There are people out where I like to put Lucky. It's pretty busy. My other alternative now is like I drop Grace outside here and drive Lucky in, but yeah, that seems so expensive. Is it gonna really get that hot today? Hang on. Well, I hope my flags clear that stinking thing. Oh yeah, we're good. We're really in here. The problem when you're towing a vehicle is you can't just turn into like a double parking spot, right? Because if you do that, Grace, the Jeep, is going to be at a cockeyed angle. You need to be able to pull her straight all the way through the turn so that the whole unit straightens itself out. It's very hard to do in a parkade. That's why when I'm saying like where I usually park Lucky, I can kind of come in and I have an entire row to straighten out my turn and then pull in, and then it's no problem. I guess if I'm dropping Grace, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't be so overly concerned. But it's a busy parking lot, and you don't want to be that guy, sticking your Jeep's ass out and somebody trying to get by. So I don't know. Do we just say screw it and go down to Fish Creek Park? Probably. Oh, what the heck's going on over here? Yeah, you got to quit breaking the law, bud. A hell of a way to start your weekend, ma'am. This is only an issue for me anyway because it's Friday, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to do a live stream tonight. So in my head, I'm like, well, I want to do stuff before and after PT before the live stream, right? So, but I don't want to be doing it in the parkade of the mall. So I could leave Lucky here, go to physical therapy, then I'd have to come back, get the whole rig, I can't speak. Wait, I'm going to have to hook up anyway. Oh, I'm way too much in my own head right now. Does that ever happen to you? Overthinkers Anonymous? All right, Fish Creek Park it is. This parking lot is nice and big. There's a little bit of shade right here. We'll just sort of stake our claim. I'm just going to pull Lucky straight into it. So Grace is definitely going to hang out a bit, but that's okay. We will be quick about dropping the good old Irish Pirate Queen. Shade. Beautiful. Yeah, that was a nice angle as well. Easy to drop her off those pins. Sometimes when you're on an incline, there's too much pressure on the pins that attach her to the van, and it's almost impossible to just get her loose. You gotta drive it like a centimeter. Not ideal. Also not sure if you can see me through both panes of windows, but hi YouTube. All right. First problem with parking in the shade is we're not going to get any solar power. That's okay. Our batteries are pretty tippy top right now. I'm sure of it. What we are going to want to do though, we could have done this from the inside, but I'm going to do it from out here. We're going to make sure that this rear ceiling fan is open. So there's a nice pull of air coming through for the putty tat. Hello, darling. Oh, this is wet. Why is this wet? Oh, lovely. Look at this. Lucky still has leaks. Just bloody great. And now our pillowcase is soaked. Man, I just did laundry. It's ridiculous. Okay, so make sure this is open. There we go. Get a nice draft. Get a nice draft. This is a never-ending battle with this leaky roof. Where is it coming from? There are no holes up here. This is bullshit. Just the one pillow. That's dry. That's dry. All right, I'll rip it all out. Lucky 3.0. Let's go. It's a considerable amount, though. Like, this is going to have to be... I don't want to use my diesel heater to dry it. That would be crazy. Put the pillow right here where there's one little bit of sun. For now, you can go on the roof of Grace until we figure out what to do with you. It's just a little water. It's not like it's going to kill us. Well, I mean, unless, of course, it was acid rain. But I feel like there'd be less of the pillow remaining if that was the case. All right. Now, oh yeah, also, these. Maybe we'll start with this. Maybe I can use this to seal up whatever hole is letting the rainwater in. Again, if you don't know what that is, subscribe notifications. Now that we are all sort of resealed, well, except for the passenger window, we could go do that. But first things first, we're going to do, because it needs a little bit of time to dry, and I still have a couple hours before my PT, so we could probably get this done and get it packed away before I have to leave. Oh yeah, I'm going to get so distracted here. So what happened yesterday when they decided not to film because I was too tired? I got a package in the mail. At this exact moment, darling, I'm forgetting your name. I know she reached out to me on Patreon and said they were coming for Penny. Look at those. They're a little, like you put them on the corner of whatever, and it's like a little scratcher. It's super annoying that's in a plastic bag. But thank you, my dear. We'll get those installed. I'm thinking maybe one up in her loft and the other one near the litter box, because those are really the only corners that remain to attach them to, and then she can just, you know. Why do cats always look so violent when they're doing that? And they just get it right in their lip where they're just like, it's very concerning. I need to clean this Jeep out. That's what I need to do. There it is. Ah, Scotch guard. So put your cat scratchers back in here just for now. Close up the Jeep. So this is waterproofing spray. Now I do want to put it on the bear den, but the bear den did get a light coat when we were out camping because Lindsay had some of this stuff or similar stuff. What I want to do is the awning. The new awning. And oh yeah, let's talk about that awning. So, if you don't know, I got this awning to replace my old one that got just absolutely dismantled by Mother Nature. She had a fit and she took it out on my awning multiple occasions. This one I found at Princess Auto, very cheap, easy replacement. And I did get it installed when I was out camping at Bolton Creek right before my Patreon meetup, but it was, in a word, a bitch to install. Not even gonna lie. I had to modify a whole bunch of things. I got L brackets, these silver brackets here. I don't know how well you can see them. Let's step up here. Yeah, see, right? This is my install for these things. So 2 bolts. These are actually the bolts that Vernon sent me for the brackets for the solar panels. So thank you very much, sir. They came in handy on both sides, right? And I had to attach to the back of the actual awning itself, which you can see right there, right? Well, on the back of here, there was only one hole, so I had to drill 2 new holes as well for this side and that side, because one bolt on each end would not be enough to hold this on. Are you kidding me? So I got it all installed, fine. It was a pain in the rear end, to say the least. The kicker was, I got to my meetup and Blair, one of my awesome supporters, he showed up and he's like, oh, I got the exact same awning as you. He was following me on Patreon. I just said that I got the awning. I hadn't really shown it off on Patreon. And he was going through the motions, struggling and trying to get it installed on his van as well. I came over and I saw it at one point. He had it laid out on his picnic table and he had the brackets and everything. And immediately I noticed that, just like I mentioned, when I first got this thing, there's no rail system on the back of the awning. Well, his had it. Right? His had that part of the system, which means that this is probably a return at Princess Auto and they just didn't give a crap, or I don't know, or it broke and they still decided to sell it. I mean, now what I should have done was taken it back off and returned it, because not only did it not have that rail, which it clearly should have. Initially I thought, well, it's just so cheap, maybe it's an awning that didn't come with that, and I made it work. My grandfather would be proud of me. But also, let's see if I can, I didn't actually look inside his awning, but mine, these straps here that are holding the awning up right now, those are from my old awning. I don't know if Blair's came with these straps to hold it up there or not. So I'm glad they're not even attached. So this whole rigmarole of this new awning is a pain in the butt. But anyways, yeah, I don't know if Blair's had those straps or not. Let me know, Blair. Bring the awning down. What a P.O.S. this thing is. And if you know how this thing works, how it attaches, let's come under here for a minute. I don't know how this is gonna work. What a shit show. Yeah, there it is. That, right there. So that's what it's supposed to look like, nice and straight. And these are the arms that hold the awning out at the top. This came like that. Pull it out, rubber stout, like that's ludicrous. That's what mine ended up looking like on my old awning after a huge snowstorm. This thing doesn't even have a brand on it, and I am not taking it off and going back to Princess Auto. I'm just not. I just don't care enough. So we're gonna make it work. But I just wanted to point that out. Don't buy an awning from Princess Auto, okay? Yeah, right. What I'm going to do is we're gonna take that Scotch Guard spray and we're just gonna coat this entire thing to waterproof it. And then we're gonna let it dry and set. It's a good practice to do for stuff like this. I didn't talk about it much on my channel up to this point because I hadn't had anything to do that to. My old awning, I did that when I first got it back in 2017, and I have had a hard shell van since then. But my cousin does that stuff, does it religiously, because she's got how I like Dixons, she likes tents. Maybe not quite as intense, but close. And one last thing to point out on this that just speaks to the cheapness of it, unfortunately. The legs that come out and support it against the ground are falling out. Well, on my awning, just like most awnings, the feet would have those little skinny pegs as well to stick into the ground. Nope, not on this one. These ones are just rubberized feet. There's no way this awning lasts a year. Well, actually that's not true. If I don't use it, it sure as hell will last. All right, anyway, this here. Let's waterproof something we'll probably never use. You can see through the damn thing. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. There. So weird. This stuff's very runny. I don't know if you can see that, but some of it is streaking down. Very strange. But anyway, good practice to do if I am going to use the damn thing. And I will, honestly, like I will deploy this, and maybe I could modify those feet to stick into the ground. I don't know. The old awning also had loops at the end. You could attach paracord, right? And then down to pent tags. That's like an inside joke that's just like we can't stop saying it. Tent pegs. Run it down to tent pegs to help hold it down, which would have benefited the old awning when Brooklyn and I discovered it that evening. All busted the in half as we did. So we're gonna let that dry now while we're here, and then before we leave for PT, we will roll it up just so, you know, it's not like this much of an eyesore while we're not here. You dry yet, Pillow? You want some waterproofing spray? Probably a bad idea. And I keep talking about the bear den, which I do want to put some more of this stuff on. I don't know if we're going to get to that today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, stick around. That'll probably be a tomorrow thing when my day is not interrupted by my physical therapy. And I'll just sort of take a Saturday to myself. Maybe we'll come down to Fish Creek Park, find a place to set up, maybe do a little bit of cooking and just have a chill sort of vlog. Today's definitely going to be getting all these little nicks and knacks installed. Such as... Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Some assembly required. You're supposed to put screws in this thing? So I'm guessing that this thing comes out of this plastic. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. Funky. I could even just get... Will this even work? Are my corners 90 degrees enough? Oh, sure. Okay. That's kind of cool. Right, like down here by her poop apartment. I'll just sort of straighten you out here. We get this right there, right? And then she's got the little brushy brush if she wants to get herself. Get this snapped in here. So like that, right? I mean, there's little tiny screws that came with it. So, oh my goodness. Oh no, wait a second. Those aren't going to go into the wood. Is there any instructions with these things? No, they just want you to figure it out on your own. Well, all right then. I'm pretty sure that white pad in there has probably just got to be 3M, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, give me a second. So, super simple, right? That little pad breaks into 4 equal parts. We got them on there. Just got to remove the backing on these sides and it should be Bob's your uncle. And I'm pretty sure these are from Sherry. I just checked my Patreon, sent her a message to confirm, but she had reached out to me and told me that this package would arrive on the day that it arrived, and it arrived on that day. So it must be from her. It was the only package that was there. So, get these backings off. Now, Penny, how high do you want this thing? We might have to call in the expert. I don't know. I should just be slapping this on all willy-nilly like. I don't know if she's going to join us. She's assumed command of the ship. Hey, Penny, come here. What's this? Come see. Come here. Come see what this is. Come see. Come see. Come see, come saw. Now, where do you want this? Where do you want this? Come here. You want to see? Come here. Look. If I put it here, how high do you want it? Look, you want to rub? Come here. Oh, don't cry at me. You got to learn how to rub it here. Come here. You like that? Oh. How high? Right by your face? How about here? I think that's good. Thanks for the input. Appreciate you long time. Ugh. Oh, I don't know if that's... I might have to DIY solution myself. I feel like she's going to rub that right off, but we'll give it some time, see if it adheres to the wood. She's taking her frustrations out on her scratcher right now. Why are you so frustrated, man? Come use your corner brush. I may have to get some more. Oh, we could use alien tape. Here. What's that? Come here. I'm not going there. What the hell are you talking about? That's Brooklyn's bag. That's... Just want me to mount the bag on here instead? Here. Come see. Come on, you know you wanna. No, I'm gonna rub Brooklyn's bag. I'm gonna rub the EcoFlow. Everything but what you want me to rub, sir. There you go. There you go. What? You went past it. Right here. All right, well, all in due time. What? Do you mean I couldn't get a cat to do what I wanted it to do? Shocking. Meow. Some people's kids. Oh. She did it. She did it. I mean, you barely saw it, but she did do it. I was just about to reinforce it with some alien tape because this stuff is just... I mean, it's sticky, but it's not the best. Look. Just spray it with some catnip. Oh, there you go. See? Oh, yeah, you'll use it. Yeah, you'll use it. All right, I'm going to reinforce your stickies. Give me a sec. Oh, yeah, that's way better. Well, okay, I just put it on. Everybody calm down. There we go. I think that's going to work way better. It's reinforced, darling. Rub away. Rub away, Penny. Swing away, Meryl. Swing away. All right, well, we'll stay on topic and we'll take a look at these alien tape draft seal rolls that I got the other day. Thinking there'll be a bit of a solution for, you know, in between the van doors. Hopefully. I don't know. Oh, they're a lot smaller. You rip-off artists with the instructions inside. Do we really need a giant box for instructions inside alien tape? Look at that. caution dead inside. Any stickers? You even give me some alien stickers? No. Instructions. Stick where the draft is. Also clean the surface. Yes, we will get out our isopropyl alcohol. I think we'll just start with the one roll. See how different this stuff is compared to its double-sided sticky big brother. Oh, yo, what? What's weird? It's like... What? Hang on. Aliens. Maybe I should read the instructions. Peel off backing to expose the adhesive side. The adhesive side will keep alien draft seal in place while the silicone side creates an airtight seal. Oh! Yeah, it's silicone-y in nature, and it's like wide like tape, but only what's underneath the white alien seal that you see here is where it's actually sticky. So that's the side that'll need to go down on the surface that we clean with our alcohol. And then it's this that creates the seal. Interesting. Well, there's no time like the present. All right, so we got all our stuff here. Let's get this open. I think I locked it back up. Sure did. And I'm just thinking, yeah, I don't even know. Because there's our traditional weather sealing. Putting it on here won't do squat because that doesn't seal against anything. Maybe where it needs to go is here, right? Because then that'll seal against this part of the door. Don't really know if that's where the crack is. This would obviously be better to do from the inside, but hello. So I got this entire run cleaned up with the alcohol, and now I'm just slowly removing this backing and running the tape, or whatever we want to call it, draft sealer, down. It's adhering well, which is nice. The problem is I'm not really going to be able to tell how well this works until it gets cold again, right? I don't ever feel hot drafts, so I can't imagine it's going to hurt. So any little bit that has the potential to help, it's kind of why I'm experimenting with this. There's a bit of a gap on the side cargo doors. Can't really get at those right now simply because of the awning. I wonder if you can double this stuff up. Why not? You can just do like another layer if you really wanted to. And then that like membrane just kind of hangs out there on the door. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Right? But now we've got this like, I'm just gonna keep calling it a membrane. I mean, it's tape up there. I can film this all I want. We're not really gonna be able to see results or anything. Door still closes, so great success. But yeah, cool. And once I'm done with the awning, we'll put some of that on the side door as well. And who bloody knows? Big fat waste of money, probably. How is this awning looking over here? It's, oh, pretty much dry. Okay, so we could roll this sucker up. Oh my God, look at this, look at this. Already. Get out the grinder, throw it in the bush. So dumb. What a cheap piece of crap. Here's the problem. That's what Princess Auto is. Cheap alternative to quality stuff that is more expensive. But yeah, you pay more, you get more. Whatever. Let's see if I can bend that broken peg out. Do I have the proper tool for that? Probably. I got a whole bunch of tools. Oh, but also I think I found where the leak is. OG solar panel location. Kind of looks like a hole to me. Gee, I wonder if water could get in there. So I'm going to get out my silicone while I'm in the back of Lucky here, and we're going to plug that effing hole. Because it's not supposed to rain for a little bit, so we should have plenty enough time for it to cure. How did I miss that? Like, what's the matter with me? Oh yeah, I should check Lucky's windshield washer fluid. I bought 2 because it's always cheaper to buy 2 of these bloody things. When I was at Shell yesterday, Grace started freaking out at me, telling me she was oh so thirsty for washer fluid. I'm in here because I moved my tool bag in here. I don't actually think I have any sort of wrench in here. Well, I hope I have something in Lucky then. Also, I'm getting a little hungry. So shout out to Andrea for bringing me this awesome bottle of Kootenai Meadows milk all the way from Fernie. I appreciate you. And I feel like we're going to take a little bit of a tangent right now. I love tangents. Okay. Ugh. Delicious. Forgot I had that. That means we do not have to go to the market today. I can push that off till tomorrow. Although I guarantee you by tomorrow I will not be through that bottle of milk, but I guess we could wait and go Sunday. Market's only open Thursday through Sunday. All right, let's plug a hole. And every good hole plugging starts with some decent cuck. Everybody just calm down. Oh boy. Okay, do I even have any? I don't want to use laps, man. I wonder if this stuff's still good. This polyurethane crap. Get your Leatherman and pull out the rubberized plug that has created itself inside the nozzle. There's a sentence of words. This is the stuff that I ended up using for the diesel fill door. It's pro grade, apparently. Oh, I don't know. It might be dried out in the tube. Make a hole. Make a hole. Well, let's put it in the gun and see if we can force it out. Oh, I'm gonna end up breaking my gun. Damn it. I am so not going to buy a new tube just for that tiny hole. Do I have any of that? I just went to look at my old storage that was on this door. It's not there anymore. We could plug it with construction adhesive. It's probably a bad idea. Wait, what's this? Is this some of the marine stuff? Nope. Oop, automotive goop. Is this what I used before? Hang on. Hold the phone. Apply directly to surfaces to be bonded or repaired. Allow repair to cure for 24 hours. Why do I have this? Adhesive and, well, it says it right in the name, and sealant. We're using this because I have a feeling it's not rock hard. Yummy. Oh, I don't have, shoot, do I have any rubber gloves left right now? Maybe in Grace. Hang on, hold the phone. I know you're just looking at the bottom of the Thule and the top of Lucky's roof. Quality content, quality content. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of rubber gloves in here. Perfect. Those come in handy when you don't want to get goop on your hands. If I'm not mistaken, I think I bought this stuff for when I moved the ladder from one door to the other to block up the holes that I had made for the ladder mount. I don't know if I can reach this. I'm pushing the drawer in with my foot right now. Now my tripod's in the way. This is a shit show. I'm gonna need to close the door so I can get on the ladder. I can't get close enough to the hole. If I had a nickel. A little bit of goop into the hole. Seal it up. I mean, I can't imagine this is much end of anything else. There's a second hole here too, but it's got a lot of silicone in it. I don't think it's this one, but we're here. So we will seal it up as well. Lucky's roof is not pretty, but we want it to be functional. And by functional, I mean keep the rain out. My goodness. Okay. Well, that should be good enough. See, and that is a perfect example of why it's hard for me to like get stuff out of my van when it comes to DIYing and fixing things that you don't know are going to crop up. Like the goop, right? Like it's got to stay. You never know. You might have a hole to plug. That being said, there's a lot of stuff in this drawer that I need to go through that I probably do not need on hand all the time. I don't know. It's a constant struggle. While we're here, I'm gonna open up our tool roll, and this is what we need. This will hopefully come in handy a little bit later. Actually, I don't know. That's not very thin, but we'll keep it just in case. It's a panel piece, like it's for popping off like doors. Ooh, we could pop Lucky's driver's door stuff off and get a look at the speaker, which is still blown. I wonder if it's got to be just a loose wire. Like, it's got to be. I've never taken one of those door panels off, though. I don't know, Chevy Express van couldn't possibly be that hard. I gotta stop finding things to do. I need to stay focused. We gotta leave for PT very soon. Trim piece, scissors, everything else sort of put away. Garbage is in the garbage. We're getting stuff done. Feel good about this. It's always nice to get things done that you've been having on your mind for a while. Oh, look at this. Weather trimming stuff is actually coming right off of Lucky. Just layer it up with the alien tape stuff. But it is. It's nice to get stuff done. Have that feeling of, I don't know, maintenance, upkeep. We're gonna do one more thing here. We're not gonna do it right now. We're just gonna get this stuff ready so we don't have to go back into the rear drawer here immediately when we get back. But is that threading on? Come on, it's taking forever. We got time for this. There we go. Thank you. Let's push our giant drawer back in. Hi-ya! Silver City, Idaho. And let's close up the door. Okay. our propane torch. Just keep it handy over here. And I think that is Bob's your bloody uncle. It is time to go to physical therapy. Took my gym strip out yesterday, brought it in here. Needed my backpack for something else. There it is. That'll last one more day. Okay, Penny, we will see you oh so shortly, my dear. Make good choices. But also, don't leave your pillow on the roof of your Jeep. Okay, finished up physical therapy. Got quite lightheaded while I was in there, which is super strange. But my, I don't know, trainer or whatever, physical therapist, you want some candy? Have you met me? He actually gave me some of those Jolly Rancher sour candies. Kind of helped level me out. I think it's just because I didn't eat too much. I had, the bowl of Lucky Charms, but I had yogurt and juice and whatnot before that. Clearly, not enough in my belly. So I also decided to go to Subway after I was done. And can you tell I'm getting old? I can't even finish a footlong anymore. So save that for later. And these, as far as I know, they're fairly new. These Miss Vicky's chips all around are delicious. But these sour cream, herb, and onion ones, the first time I had them, and they are tasty little SOBs. I didn't drink enough water while I was eating lunch either. All right, now it's getting warm out. Got to get back down to Lucky, but before that, got to rip over to the UPS store. We got an email about some mail, which is very kind of them. So we're going to do that, then we'll get back down to the park. Don't hit anybody as you're backing up with the getaway girl and bike attached to your butt. Here we go. I was looking where we're going in Montana earlier on my map app on my phone. And it's cool. It's not very far away from Calgary. It's like 5.5 hours roughly. And there's 2 different points that we're going to be going to when we're down there. But there's this lake I used to go to with my grandparents when I was like super young. The last time I was there, I must have been, I don't even know, 8 or 9 years old, which, see the aforementioned issue with my sandwich. It tells you, it was a while ago. But just zooming in on the map, I was kind of able to like, from my memory, remember like taking the boat through here and seeing the layout here, the old campground there. I'm really looking forward to this trip. It's kind of weird that I haven't gone down there since, or like, yeah, I guess since the last time I was there, right? But either way, it like got me even more excited, and it was just like brought back this wave of nostalgia just looking at a bloody satellite map of the area. And I mean, maybe I was all wrong about like the roadways in and whatnot. I'm sure it looks vastly different now than it did the last time I was there, but you can't really change the topography, right? So anyway, I'm at the UPS store. Be right back. And back into the Jeep. One of these things feels like a book. It's very bendy. Where's this from? Museo Ventures Limited from Coquitlam, BC. Well, what in the world is this? Yeah, it's a book. Oh my gosh, it's one of those. This isn't the one I have, I hope. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, there's a bunch of. What is this? What are these? This is just. Who sent this? These don't ever have from tags. Yeah, Kootenai, these BRMB books. I've got one. Now I need to know if it's the same one. I don't think so. They're very cool. They're map books, right? With a whole bunch of like highlights of locations and whatnot, little blurbs of areas. I was using this when I was doing that little like exploring video with Grace. I pulled mine out. But yeah, they got a whole bunch of topographical, speaking of using that word, which is not a word I use normally, topographical maps. That's hilarious. The universe works in mysterious ways. Hang on. Let's see. My other one's back here. I mean, this one's in rough ass shape. My OG one. Is it the same one? Nope. Nice. Now I got 2. So I've got, you can see that, I've got Kootenai Rockies, BC. And the one that they sent me, what was it again? Oh, shit. It's just a reissue. They just like redid the, I wonder if it's like, it must be updated. Oh yeah, 9th edition. Okay, cool. So I have the 8th edition. I was just sent the 9th edition. I don't know what changed, but it's in much better condition. Also, one could now live in Lucky and one in Craze. There's that too. Well, thank you very much. Whoever sent that. Like, I don't... It doesn't have a... Hang on. Sender, blah, blah, blah. Is it on the work order? Hit the work order. All right, just stop trying to sound so fancy. Sold to me. Shipped to me. Did I place an order and I don't remember? Well, whoever it was that sent this, thank you very much. These books are great. I wish there was an indication on who you were. But as this paperwork says... Oh, there it is! It's from Cam. Thanks, buddy. I will send you a message on Patreon. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And what do we have here? Is this from Cam as well? Oh, it is. This is a Cam and his Jeep sort of situation. Castleman. 13-piece of what? Impact socket metric 6-point. Everybody's loading me up with tools. Well, we got to make room in the back drawer of Lucky now. What exactly? It's a socket set of some sort. Shallow impacts. Cam? I love how his response, like, I can't help myself. I must send you things. And then he sends me messages and he goes, oh, sorry. Ooh, look at those, though. Impact. If they're impact rated, that means you can use them on an impact gun and you're not going to break them. So we have from 7 mil all the way up to clear your throat mil. 19 mil. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Cam. I appreciate that. They've even got the factory grease on them still. That's a little weird. All right. Well, let's get our butts back down to Lucky and make sure their pussy hasn't expired. Ah, yes, I just remembered. Gonna need to get some ice for the cooler. In the hot days, the ice isn't lasting as long. And we have a gift card that I received not too long ago for something very specific. Thank goodness we can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak. Well, shit. They didn't have what I'm looking for. Not in terms of alcohol, anyway. We will check one more location down here because we in Calgary, and that means we ain't never too far from a liquor store. If you know, you know. Newfoundland Screech. Well, I guess I know what I'm drinking in the live stream tonight. In the live stream? On the live stream. Okay. Now, back to Miss Penelope. I come bearing rum and sandwiches. What more do you need? Oh, it's nice in here. Good. It's nice and cool in here, huh? Yeah, good girl. Yeah. We done good. We know what we're doing after 3 years, don't we? You want some, hey, you want some treats? You know this word? No? Well, let's do something about that. Here you go. What is this? Ooh, is that the good stuff? You betcha. Treat for you. Treat for me. Ah. Get it. Get it, get it, get it, Penny. Good girl. All done. All right, let's put the sandwich in the refrigerator. Oh, got our switch up here, charging up so we can play some Prince of Persia. This game is actually lots of fun. Finally playing it. All right, Subway sub in there. That's probably going to end up being dinner. And I think before I get to what feels like will be the last little thing I do in this video, I'm just going to relax a little bit. It's a nice little shady spot we got here. Probably do some editing, maybe play some Switch, and then figure out where the heck we're gonna hunker down for the live stream. Before we wrap things up, let's hopefully get this done on Grace. All right, so this should be all we need. Well, probably need a rag, piece of paper towel if I am successful and I get to the goo gone step, but I received a new badge for the Jeep Wrangler. In order to put it where we want it, we first must remove this one. Now, ideally what you want to do, because it's just on there with adhesive, that's it, you get a heat gun, right, and blast it with heat. I don't have a heat gun. Cam, don't send me a heat gun. Bill, don't send me a heat gun. I have a torch. This is probably not a smart idea, but it's my idea, and I'm gonna do it. Turn on some gas, get our lighter. That's the sound we want. Put it on low so as to not melt the Jeep. And we're just gonna sort of circular motion around the medallion. This is gonna heat it up, probably way too hot. We won't be able to touch it, but hopefully we'll just be able to pry it off. Just watch it here live. That's very hot. Medallion off. Oh, it's got a little tit. Is it hot? Yeah, it's hot, don't touch it. I didn't realize there was a little tit there. Interesting. Then we're left with this adhesive. That was so easy. Who needs a heat gun when you have camping torch? All right, so I got as much off as I could by picking it. Now we're just gonna hit it with the goo gun. I've never used this stuff before actually, so this is a new experience for me. I'm just gonna, I don't know. All right, there you go. It's probably enough, and we'll just let that sit for like 10 minutes or something. Probably should have gotten a paper towel before I sprayed it on there, so as to be able to clean up the yuck as it dribbles down. Why is there so much dribbling happening in this entry of the vlog? Just nuts. Clean it up. And hey Siri, 10 minutes on the timer. All right, so, I don't know, it was about 15 minutes. I was horsing around, putting more of that alien sealant tape on the side doors of Lucky. And this goo gun, I mean, it's not as a miracle solution as people make it out to be. You still got to scrub it, and I had to use my isopropyl alcohol to actually get it nice and cleaned up. But now that she is, we can finish off what we have started and get one of our new badges installed. Yes! Oh, that looks so good. Heck yeah. You wouldn't notice it if you didn't know it was there, but when you do know it's there, it's awesome. All right, and once more, out with the large drawer. We will put our panel popping piece back into our tool roll. Push that back in. Goo gun can live back here. Wait, and you know what? We don't want no leakage. Can we do this with one hand? Off. Yes, much better. All right, goo gun, there you go. And that is pretty much it for this one. I'm gonna keep it nice and simple and go focus on the live stream for this evening. So I will say until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, you can't make everybody happy. You're not tacos.